Yeah.
All right.
Still scared. I'm sitting here scared.
Go ahead.
He might come in.
You can leave it in.
He might.
He might come in. Push the door open. Ring the bell.
I'm here for Marky.
I heard you was talking about me.
I heard you was talking about me. Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Let me get some water.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Welcome to Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville on City of Promise and News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA, and brought to you by the Jefferson School Foundation with Marky and Price, coming to you in the studio in downtown Charlottesville. It is hotter than hot, extreme weather, keep cool.
Tell you what.
We keeping cool in the studio, air conditioning on. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be here. So excited to be back in the studio after a week off. Today we are thrilled to be joined by Shantel Hopkins, the Director of Lending for the Fountain Fund. He has a passion for expanding economic opportunity, which is rooted in his own journey of transformation. He believes lending is about more than loans. It's about investing in people and creating opportunities for second chances. But most exciting for me is he is our next guest on this episode of Envision Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's
Welcome
happening?
to summer.
I tell you what. I know. You doing all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Are you a winter person
Yeah.
or like, would you
right.
rather be cold or rather be hot? We always ask everybody.
Yep.
Ooh, I think I'd rather be cold
No.
than hot.
Yes.
Chantel,
Lord,
no.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because listen, if you cold, you can warm up. But if you hot,
Cold get in your bones.
yeah,
But it takes
you put
long-
a coat
it
on,
take-
you put
yeah,
a sweater
see?
on, you good. You take care of that.
I think it actually takes longer to warm up.
Absolutely.
Than it does to get cold.
Absolutely incorrect.
I don't know nothing about
Fundamentally,
science.
objectively, I don't even care about science. Think about it like this: you walk from your car, like where we are in the studio. You walk from your car into this building. Okay, we got a shiver on. Boom, you hit the heat. You warm up. You take the jacket off. You walk in here today. I'm still sweating.
I am so hot from outside.
Still sweating from the 30-second walk from the parking lot to the door.
No doubt.
Haven't cooled off yet.
This is a controversy that's going to be leading our people forever.
It's
It's
gonna rock us to the core.
It's so divisive, you know. The topic of is it better to be cold or hot?
I mean,
it's
truly.
so divisive.
Truly.
That's why we already ask people. So there's a lot of controversy around it.
But what's crazy to me is you're even a hot sleeper.
Yes.
Which is insane behavior.
I use a cover in the middle of summer. I'm still under a cover, and I'm so hot. I've been hot all week,
No.
and I don't know what to do because I can't take the cover off because my
That's-
line is blank.
Yeah.
So I'm in a predicament.
That is a conundrum indeed.
I'm about to get a light blanket, like almost something that's
Just get a sheet.
like a sheet.
Yeah.
But it don't feel the same. But yes, I think I need a
But you
sheet because
won't
it's so hot.
Suffocate. Yeah. Yeah.
At least I lived a good life. Right?
went out on top.
I went out the way I
went
wanted
out
to.
the way I wanted to. That's right. Live my life on my terms. Shantel, tell us a little bit about, for folks who don't know you or haven't had the chance to work with you, the only other consistent thing about this show is that we ask people to talk a little bit about where they're from and how they got here. And then after that, who knows? But tell us a little bit about where you're from and then what brought you to town.
Sure. So I was born and raised in the northern region of New Jersey.
A lot of New Yorkers, or not New Yorkers. We got a lot of Northerners.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Y'all love the South.
Well, I don't know about all that, but it was definitely a time for a change, right? And so, growing up in New Jersey and got into a lot of stuff, and at some point, I needed to make a change, right? And so, one of the awesome things about Fountain Fund, I'm gonna jump there and then jump right back, is that most of our staff, right, we got lived experience in terms of being incarcerated. And so my life, I was just in a cycle, going in, going out, going in, going out. And then at some point, it was just like, all right, it's time to man up, right? I could remember made a phone call to my grandmother. This was probably shortly before she had passed away, maybe about a year before she passed away. I was locked up. And she said to me, she was like, listen, I love you. Always got your back. She said, but it's time for you to be your own man. And in that moment, it was like the light bulb came on. And something just ignited in me where I've always been passionate about whatever I was doing. But then I became passionate on changing my life and going in a different direction. And I believe it was because of what she said. And my grandmother was a jewel in my life. And there are still things that she said to me that I remember this day, right? And so from that moment on, I decided that I needed to take a different direction. And so right before I got released, the opportunity came through an uncle of mine who was like, look, I'm getting ready to either go to Florida or I'm going to Virginia. It was like, so whenever you get out, you know, if you want to come till you get on your feet, he was like, you can. So I was like, all right, that's dope. I don't really think he really believed that I would do
coming.
that.
Some people offer
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Come by when you need, but don't really come by. How you doing? Don't really tell me how you doing.
Well, we do that all the time. Like, we should catch up sometime. Just like, nah, don't come.
No,
Don't actually.
every time somebody say that, I'm excited actually, because I know they don't mean it.
Yeah, you're right. You have to say it though, right?
It's like, he probably was like, yeah, well, you know, I did my part.
That's right. I made the offer. Yeah,
I told him I would help him out. I said so.
that's right.
Nah, but he really meant it. He said it several times. And, you know, look, when that time came,
You got in the car?
I took advantage of it. I got released from the prison. I sat at a bus station in Atlantic City for about 6 hours waiting for the train to come south. And he chose Virginia as his place of rest. And so, you know, that's how I got to Virginia initially.
How old were you when you came?
Let me see, probably 23, 24.
Oh, so a young man coming to the South on the train.
Yeah.
What was the first thing you noticed about Virginia and the difference between New York?
Culture shock.
Yeah.
Culture shock. Like, real funny story. Like, so, like, if you know anything about being in the North, right? And it ain't no disrespect. Like, if you walk past somebody and don't speak, like, we cool with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard. But I thought you were going to do
so
opposite.
fast. Everybody, you just go.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but the problem is like up north, if you make eye contact, you really need to have something to say. Like,
And if you don't,
because if you don't, like, it becomes problems.
Right.
And so my first encounter with somebody in Virginia, like, I'm walking by and dude's like, what up? And I'm like, what you want to be up? He's like, oh, nah.
he was really saying good morning.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, you know, I got my head on a swivel. I'm in a strange area. You know, I still got my Jersey mentality. And I'm like, and when he said like, nah, man, I was just speaking, I was like, man, my bad.
We have a huge speaking culture.
Yeah.
You got to say hello, hi, what's up?
Yeah. So,
And it's a positive thing. But Southern hospitality is real.
yeah, no doubt. It is. Like, driving down the street and people like start waving at you. Like, yo. So that was like the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like a culture shock in terms of, you know, how people interact with others, strangers and all. So, yeah, that took some getting used to.
Do you find yourself doing that these days? Like, hi, what's up? In the Southern hospitality way since you've been here?
Have you
for
habituated?
some years?
I think I'm a little friendlier now, so probably like I can stand it. But look, for real, when I go home, that button
Cut off?
yeah,
So you know not to still, you still don't go up there and hello, hi.
for sure. I change it up, but you know, I realized I was like, man, I'm gonna probably wind up in something if I don't kind of adapt to my surroundings. And then, you know, as you just grow and mature as a person, you come to realize, like, I mean, listen, ain't nothing wrong with being nice. Like, and if you, at some point, if you want friends, you got to show yourself friendly.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah. That's what it was for me. It's just that I needed a change, right? I was just like tired, burnt out of the in and out. And then again, I just realized that what I was doing wasn't working. So I needed a change. I think God gave me the wisdom enough to realize, like, dude, it's not going to be enough for you just to go get a job. Like, you're going to have to change the whole trajectory.
Do you think getting on that train and coming to Virginia changed the trajectory?
Oh,
Do you believe
for
if you
sure.
had stayed, things would have been different?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh.
Most definitely. Listen, like, coming out of the lifestyle that I was in, when you come home, it seems like everybody is just getting it, right? It seems like everybody is on top of the world. Everybody's got it going on. And so it's that temptation to pull you back in. But what you don't really realize is that they got problems too. And looks can be deceiving, right? It took me a long time to realize that. So I said, like, look, I'm not even going to put myself under that kind of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've gotten to the point where I don't trust myself to go back in that environment and just say, like, yo, I'm going to be cool. Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't with that no more. So for me, it was changing people, places, and things.
I think that is like the 3 rules. Like, that's what you had to do to go in a different direction in your lifestyle. I feel like Jay has said that before.
Is that right?
Yeah, or something like that with the bridge line.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It makes sense. What'd you do when you got here? So Uncle says, "Come on down." You say, "Okay." You go to sort of an unfamiliar small southern town, which is, not akin to the much of the north. So what was your first stop? Like, what'd you do? Were you thinking, like, I got to get a job, I got to meet somebody, figure out where the food is, like?
Man, I beat the pavement.
Okay.
Because number one, I had an older brother who grew up in Virginia, right? But by this time, like, he's got a wife and
Sure.
they doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And, like, I ain't want to, like, try to be, what's that? The third person.
Third wheel.
The third wheel. You know what I mean? And plus, like, I'm just coming home. Like, I'm like,
So you acclimated into being out and being somewhere different.
exactly. So I need my own, like, space. So what I did was came home to my uncle's couch, said, nah, this ain't gonna work too long. You know what I mean? And I just started beating the pavement, man, looking for any type of job.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, I think in 1 week I got 2 jobs, right?
Hey.
One was Montgomery Ward, the other one was Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
And told my uncle about it. He was like, man, that's cool. He was like, but look, man, I'm gonna tell you, nephew, you don't want to work at Wendy's. I'm telling you that now. He's like, man, so if you can make Montgomery Ward work for you, until you can do better, do that. And I listened to him, and he was probably right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I did, man. And went to Giant, no lie, y'all, went to Giant supermarket and lived off of bologna, hot dogs, and bread. I think a loaf of bread was less than $1 if you got the Giant bread at that time.
Right.
And just made it work, man, until I could do a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Took me about a year before I even went home back to Jersey.
Right.
I had to make sure that whatever was in me
Was done.
I don't want to say it was done, because I think there's always a spark somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Try to really recognize it, but
Yeah.
like distance myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed to make sure that I was far removed enough before I could go back to the projects. Like, yo, what's going on? How I mean, like, otherwise, nah.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to do that. Glad I made that decision. And the funny thing is, I thought I was gonna be like real homesick, but then, like, after being there for like 2 days, after seeing everybody, seeing things ain't really changed, I was like, all right.
You was ready to get back?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to go. And that's how it is now. Like, I love going home. I love seeing my people. I love taking just a little walk through the neighborhood, whatever. But, after a day or two, like, I'm ready to come back.
Yeah. If you are just jumping in, this is Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WNA. Price and Markey here with Shantel Hopkins of the Fountain Fund in the studio. It is like obnoxiously hot. I can't get over how
Honestly,
hot
I
it
am
is.
mad. So
I am
get that.
angry.
I
I
get
am
the summer
angry.
that summer rage thing they be talking about.
Yeah.
This when we get the rioting
That's
when
exactly
it get hot.
right. Yeah, it's the
You want me to stay in the house and
like the inverse
be
of
okay with
seasonal.
how things are? No, it's too hot.
It's like seasonal effectiveness disorder, but the
Yes.
opposite. Like
No,
it's too light, it's too hot.
I am
it's
not
too...
sad. I'm mad.
You're right. Yeah, right.
Turn the hoses on.
By the way, thanks to our sponsor, to our friend, the Jefferson School Foundation. That is jeffersonschoolfoundation.org. So you said something really interesting, and in a quote here from you, you said, "I was once a person who was headed nowhere very fast." That, like,
I love that line.
I know. But like, what did you mean when you said what did you mean when you said that? Like, this is gonna sound like a weird question, but like, where was nowhere, right?
Man. Whew. Man, it's loaded because from my perspective, nowhere can't tell you exactly where it is, but the sad reality is nowhere is that you don't come back.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's a place of no return.
Right. It's a place of no return, but there's no good in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it was happening very fast.
Okay.
Right? And you know, when you get chances in life, I think, and you don't make good on those chances, it seems like your downfall the second time, the third time, the fourth time is worse than the first time.
Sure. Yeah.
So every time you go back, the fall is worse.
Each one gets harder to come back from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so going nowhere fast is like I'm just on this trajectory where I'm going down, 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 and the momentum, right?
Yeah, okay, sure. There's like a gravity to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was afraid that I was going to get to the point where there was just going to be no coming back from it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you you mentioned your conversation with we
music.
do need theme
We've
music.
been thinking about so I just yesterday I said I need some like turn those like
You need just like a soundboard.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Let me put that on my list.
Yeah. You mentioned the conversation with your grandmother.
I had a praying grandmother, as Helena Beard would say.
Wow.
Yeah, for real, no doubt.
So
she was.
Before you talked to her, before she more like spoke into you, was that a moment where you were sort of like fully cognizant? I'm curious in the question of, as you were sort of in and out, were you fully cognizant that you were like, man, like I just can't get this right? Or were you just like, all right, this is what we do? Like, was that a moment for you where you like snapped out of it, or was it just sort of the last push? You know what I'm saying? Because I think it can kind of go two ways, where like you do like a 180, or you're like already like 160, and she's just like gives you the rest of the push.
Yeah. So, good question. At this point, I'm really contemplating.
Okay.
I'm weighing my options. I can go back to what's familiar, which always seems easy.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Even if going back is like the worst place in the world.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
Right? Because it's like the devil you know.
It's
Yeah,
better than the
that's
devil
right.
you
The
don't. The devil you don't know.
Exactly.
That's right.
And then there's this whole uncertainty about what life holds if I step off from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already feeling like going to this new space, whatever that looks like, is the way to go.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, inside, I'm already feeling like, dude, you've had so many chances.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is, you got to be on your, if I was a cat,
It's the last line. Like, it's the last one.
you got to be
Your
on the
grandma felt
last
that.
wheel, dude. Like,
She
what
was
you gonna
counting.
do?
3.
Exactly. And so when she said that, Price, it was like, okay,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, Ma, you right.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing, like, I wasn't even mad.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you say that to somebody that's incarcerated, there's a good chance, like, they're gonna have an attitude with you, right? And they're gonna look at it as you're not being supportive and you don't care, because they're in jail and they're having a pity party. But like, I wasn't even mad
because you feel like you were ready, or because of the messenger.
Both.
Okay.
Both. Like this was a woman who said, like, I had family members who actually made listen to this podcast, so I won't say no names.
Yeah.
Who would tell her, like, you gotta let this dude go. Like,
oh, interesting.
He ain't about nothing.
Yeah.
And she was like, look, I don't care what he do. I don't care what people say. Like, I'm never going to abandon him. And I knew that about her. Like, I may not have always liked what she had to say,
sure,
but I always knew it was coming from a good place. So, to answer your question, it was both.
Yeah.
Yes, because of the messenger, and 2, because I think the message was resonating with something that was internal.
Sure.
For me.
Yeah. And
so it was just in that moment, like, okay, yeah, I'm thinking right for a change, which I couldn't really change. I couldn't really trust my own thoughts. You see what I'm saying? So I needed that confirmation, in a sense, to take this new path. And by her saying that, I knew that if I took the necessary steps towards that, she would be there.
She'd back you up.
Because I also knew she was saying, like, look, you got to be your own man. That means, like, I ain't bailing you out. I ain't this. I ain't that no more.
My grandma used to always say, please don't call. She used to tell my daddy and them, please don't call me for jail because I'm not bailing you out.
So, yeah, I knew she was saying, like,
do not.
Other stuff, sure. Don't call me for jail.
You need a couple dollars to get on the bus? Sure. But do not call me from jail. She told us that too. I said, got you, Grandma. We will not call. But I mean, I might, but I won't expect you to call.
Yeah, no, that.
You got.
No, it wouldn't be. My grandma would be like,
she gonna get down there?
No.
No.
No. See, it's funny. No, my mom would, but I wouldn't call her because it would be worse to have to deal with her after the fact. Right? Okay. So my mom is that person who, like, you get the call to school, right? Okay. And you're just like, no, don't
call anybody else.
No. I would rather deal with whatever's happening right now.
Actually, put me in the back room closet. I sit there in solitary confinement in the closet.
I will just do ISS for however long.
I'll clean the cafeteria tables. Don't call.
But what's funny is that she would come down there and, like, defend me. Okay. But I know that means that, like, when we get out of here, we are in private.
I'm gonna defend you something. I'm gonna defend something.
We are in private. That's not free.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna cost
defense
you.
costs something. You can't get no free defense.
That's exactly right. Look, we will
She's
handle
defending you, but looking at you with the with the tech eye, like,
exactly right.
This is family.
We handle our business privately.
Yeah. This ain't for the streets to see.
Let me ask you this. I mean, how does that? Do you think about that in your work? Oftentimes, right, when, all of us, right, work with people that have certain struggles and certain barriers. How do you decide, when you get a hug, when you get a headlock, when you get a right? I mean, how do you just find that in your work? Because I'm sure you come across people all the time that are having, I think it's interesting in all of our jobs where you have, like, processes and programs. You do X like Y like Z. And then very quickly you realize that, like, sometimes there's an A in there. There's a couple H's, like, it doesn't fit. Like, it doesn't fit in the protocol of, like, this takes 2 weeks and this takes 3 days. And then so how have you found, and from your own experience, like, that you modulate between, like, okay, I can give you a little bit of leeway. I got to yell at, right? Does that bleed into the way that you operate?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I would like to say that in every encounter, right, in the back of my mind, at least, I'm talking to myself.
Okay. Mirror.
Yeah. Like, I never want to forget, like, in my worst moments, and in my best moments, who I can be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm talking to someone else, I'm picturing me talking to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a tendency to lead more with compassion and grace than in a punitive way.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, I think sometimes that does get in the way.
Yeah.
'Cause maybe I need to be more.
Yeah. Rules, regulations,
Yeah.
black and white,
Yeah.
cross the line.
Yeah, but that's so unnatural
Mm-hmm.
for me now. There was a time in my life it wasn't. Like, you violated, that's
the end of the road.
that's how we gonna deal with it. That's where we going with it.
Mm-hmm.
But really sitting with myself a lot and recognizing the amount of grace that I needed. Like, because I personally don't think I've come to where I am in life because it was strict rules and regulations and punishment.
Mm-hmm.
To me, those things made me rebel more.
That's what they say.
Okay.
Like, but when someone said, man, yeah, you screwed up, but you know what? we gonna give you a chance because, you know, we see something in you. That was more motivating.
To get better.
Yeah.
How'd you get connected to the Fountain Fund in the first place?
Wow. How? Well,
He's like, I don't remember. One day I woke up, went to the job.
nah, it's funny because it's like, listen, I envy people who just know what they want to do in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't me.
Sure.
It's like,
I'm glad you know what's up.
like I didn't like wake up one day like, you know what? I'm going to look for a new job, and this is the kind of work I want to do. Now, actually,
Some people fall into it.
Yeah, sure.
and that's kind of what happened. So I met Lorenzo Collins, who is now the chairperson of the board of the Fountain Fund, right? But I met Lorenzo maybe about 6-7 years ago, and I met him through one of his relatives, and his relative told him, said, look, man, I want you to meet this dude talking about me because I think he would work well. So Mr. Collins runs a nonprofit, right, where they work with at-risk youth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so his brother was saying, hey, I want to link the two of you up because I think he'll be a good fit for your organization.
Mm-hmm.
And so I met Lorenzo, he interviewed me, and then I started mentoring
Okay.
and working with him in that regards. And then he was like, man, I really think, man, that you could do well at the Fountain Fund, right? And so, lo and behold, the Fountain Fund was still very early
Mm-hmm.
in its early days, and so didn't even really have like a bona fide full-time position. It was really just, let's try to see how this works out because we know we're going to need more support as we grow.
Yeah.
And so I came into the Fountain Fund as a team collaborator. And I would support Martez Tolbert, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Yates, who was with the Fountain Fund at that time. And so I learned more about the organization. I did that for about maybe 6 months or so. Wasn't really sure where it was really going because, again, there was no promises on the table. They were just trying to fill out some things. Yeah. And so I was working at the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, okay.
I was doing that part-time. But then they decided to bring on a person to run the teen program out of the Orange Club.
Oh, that's where I'm from.
Okay, all right, cool. And so I did that, right?
Yeah.
And I did that for about 2 years, and then it was like, all right, where are we going from here? Like, because what does growth look like?
Yeah.
You know, I had felt like I had gotten the teen program there to a place where it was ready for somebody else to take it on, right, and take it to higher heights.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a job post from the Fountain Fund. And, like, for real, y'all, I was not serious about it. Yeah, all right,
Why?
I'll be honest. Well, cause I was being a little nosy, to be honest with you. I
just lead with their nose.
Like, I just
Raise your hand.
Yeah,
Your nose on the front because that's
There you
leading.
go.
yeah. I just wanted to, like, really see, like, all right, like, is this for real? Like,
Sure.
what is the Fountain Fund needing? What are they doing?
Yeah.
And it was like, so I sent an email expressing interest, and so Erica called me.
Yeah.
It's like, no way, dude. Are you serious? Like, come in for an interview. So we did that, and that was about 3 years ago. And so I've been there ever since. So that's my Fountain Fund story.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
just, and again, remember we was talking about going nowhere
Yeah.
fast?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
But now I'm going somewhere
even faster.
even faster.
The metaphors write themselves.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
Did you feel the shift? Like, you remember feeling like you were going nowhere fast, and then now you're going somewhere. Did you feel that shift in your energy?
I did.
Like, wow, I look back, wow.
I did. But you know what? I got to say this for people that are listening, and this is just like a word of encouragement. We always think that when we make a good decision, that life is just supposed to climb up, 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 and up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a fairy tale. That's a farce.
A fantasy.
Right.
Yeah. Life does not work that way. Life is full of ups and downs. But what I've learned is, like, through it all, you gotta keep pushing. And it is okay every now and then to look in the rear view mirror and see where you come from, but you can't stay there, right? No matter how comfortable some spaces and places and people were in your past,
Sure.
like, you can't go back to that. Like, you got to keep moving forward. So every day, it's like there's a new uncertainty. Like, even though I'm at the Fountain Fund, I'm the director of lending, it's every day still an uncertainty that's in front of me.
Yeah.
And I got to embrace it, right? But what I feel like is this, that decision that I made, like, I'm 52 now. That was like 23 when I made that decision to start going another way. Like, I don't regret it. Now, I wish I could have made better decisions along the way.
Sure.
But I am so glad that even with all the ups and downs and setbacks and all of that, that I just kept moving forward.
Yeah.
And the Fountain Fund has just been a place where you are allowed to be you, and you are allowed to stumble, but you are challenged to grow.
I like that. If you are just jumping in, this is Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise. News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. Price Markey, Shantel, Hopkins here from the Fountain Fund. We are in downtown Charlottesville trying to beat the heat. Big thanks to our friends, our sponsor, the Jefferson School Foundation. That is jeffersonschoolfoundation.org. Reimagined, redefined, refueled for the future. How did you learn the skills you need to do your
Lending.
job? Right? And I'm not saying that I'm not like, man, this dude doesn't know anything. I'm just saying, like, that's a thing. Like, that's a specific skill set that I'm sure comes with regulations and protocols, and like, how?
Dude, I don't know.
Listen, that's my answer. I still don't know what I'm doing.
I always tell people every job is learning on the job. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I had a great mentor, Paul Yates. Shout out to Paul Yates.
Sure.
Shout out to Erica. Shout out to Martez. Shout out to all the people that I work with every day because I'm learning from them. Right, the Stephanies, the Sankofas. That's the big homie there.
Yeah.
And even our folks that are not with us in Charlottesville, our folks in Philadelphia, Boston, Richmond, New Orleans, like all of them have helped me to learn even what I still don't know.
Yeah.
Right. And have been gracious enough to say, like, okay, yeah, dude don't know what he's doing, but we're gonna rock with him anyway.
Sure.
So, like, really, I don't know. Like, sometimes I really had to sit back and say, like, yo, the math is not math in here.
Right, sure.
Like, how does this work? Like, how do you step into something like this without prior exposure, knowledge, training? Man, there must be a God somewhere, right? I mean, like, how does this happen?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how the lending works, and how the fountain works for your people you work with.
Oh yeah. So well, obviously, we only service people that have been impacted, right? That's so breathtaking to say that because it is the one place where it doesn't count against you. It actually works.
It counts for you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So individuals reach out to the Fountain Fund, and we take them through an intake process, right? And we learn more about them. I love it because we are more missional based than we are a traditional lender, right? So we're not just looking at your financial portfolio, your credit history. We're more interested in you, like what's your story, and how can we help you in your elevation? How can we help you to reach your goals? And so once that intake process is completed, if the person meets the criteria for our lending program, then they take the next step, which is to meet with one of our underwriters. And so the underwriting part is where it becomes a little bit more technical and feels a little bit more like traditional lending, right? Because we don't want to be in your business, but we got to get in your business, right? Because there are local, state laws and regulations that we have to abide by. Like, yeah, we want to help everybody, but, we got to make sure that you can afford this loan that you're asking for. And so we have a saying in underwriting, trust but verify. It means I trust everything that you're telling me. Now let me see it.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So, and then we have amazing loan review committees. Thank God the staff are not the ones responsible of whether or not a loan gets approved. So we submit that to our loan review committee. We prepare what's called a loan summary that gives, the significant details and what the person is actually needing or asking for. And once the loan review committee determines to approve the loan, we schedule their closing, and we have them come in face to face. We take them through the loan documents. Again, that's where it starts to look a little bit more technical, but we try to make sure that we keep that relationship side in it. And so we're talking to them about the loan, talking to them about their finances, talking to them about their budget, and saying, listen, when life gets hard, it's not a matter of if, but when when life gets hard, like, don't ghost us, right? We're not the po-po. We're not parole. We're not probation. Pick up the phone, come to the office, holler at us. And in most cases, there's not a scenario that we can't work through with you. But just keep in mind that by you repaying the loan and doing what you say you're going to do, and we do what we say we're going to do, we create opportunities for other people that are coming behind you. So that's in a quick nutshell.
Are loans primarily for startup businesses or like?
So, yeah, we do loans for startup businesses, which can be a little tricky.
Yeah.
But so we have what we call a consumer loan.
Okay.
The consumer loans cover just about anything. Like,
cool.
You need rental assistance.
Okay.
Right? You got fines and fees that you have to pay. You know, you want to go to school. You need vehicle repairs. That consumer loans fall under those guidelines. Then we do vehicle loans. Those are collateralized loans, right? Because, you know, people need transportation to get back and forth to work. And Charlottesville's not a big issue, but when you think about the big cities we're in, like Philadelphia, Richmond, you know, public transportation not only is unreliable, but not safe. Right? So, yeah, we try to help people step into owning their own vehicles. And then, yeah, we do business loans. We do small business loans. We do mid-sized business loans, large business loans, which cap at $15,000. So, you know, we help entrepreneurs that have been in business already and those that are just starting up. Obviously, the ones where people are just starting up, those loans pretty much involve a lot of work, take a lot of time to prepare, because like everybody's got a dream, right? And you know, you cook and everybody loves your food, right? You make T-shirts and sweatsuits and everybody loves your gear. You know what I find is, when it's free, everybody loves it. Right?
That's right. Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Put a price tag on it and
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what do you, as you guys have grown, have you found that the needs are like dramatically different as it pertains to geography, or is there some stuff that you're like, look, no matter where we go, no matter if it's Boston or Philly or New Orleans, wherever, like the main things are X?
You know, it's kind of a mesh, because in certain areas it does seem like there are specific needs. So yes, you still get that, but then in a broader sense, right, at the same time, all the needs are still there. It just may mean that one particular product that's needed might be more prevalent in certain areas. Matter of fact, we were on a loan review call yesterday, and we were talking about the shout out to our Boston location, but we were talking about how hard Massachusetts is on people that have like motor vehicle violations.
Oh, like state regulations.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
And it's like, I remember in Virginia, you know, it used to be that way too. But, you know, we fought for legislation and, you know, we're able to get that overturned. And so it's not as difficult anymore, but it's like everybody you see that comes to the Fountain Fund in that area, like they owe $5,000. They owe $4,000.
Really?
That's geography. It's got to be why it's a Boston problem.
Yeah, and then you're looking at some of the stuff that's like, but wait a minute, that ain't even a moving violation.
Really? Interesting.
Dang.
Huh.
They got to make their state money somehow.
That's right. That tax revenue is not.
They got to get the money up.
Yeah, so like, our folks up there in Massachusetts, man, hopefully in the future something will change about that, but it's just crazy. So, that's, and then in Philly, like, your big cities, everybody needs a vehicle because, it's so hard to get from point A to point B. And then when you get there, you got to worry about parking. So if you're in like downtown areas, trying to, get to certain locations, it's like crazy. And so what you might save in gas, they busting you over the head with the parking meters.
Right, that's
and
right.
the parking garages.
Yep, that's right. If you are just joining us, this is Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise, Radio 98.9, 1070 AM, WNA. Price, Markey, Shantel, Hopkins here in the air conditioning. Big thanks to our friends, to our sponsor, the Jefferson School Foundation. That is jeffersonschoolfoundation.org to learn more and to stay connected. What was the one, if you reflect on you, right? So you've mentioned this of like, you sort of had this motif of you're talking to younger you. What was the one thing that you needed but maybe didn't get that influences the way that you now work on the other side of the fence?
Okay, well, you opened it up, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was for me, man. First of all, it was a relationship with my creator. That is what I was missing.
I mean, you didn't feel like you had that when you were growing up?
Not a relationship.
Okay.
I had a knowledge of, but not a relationship.
Okay.
I think there's a difference. There's a big difference of knowing of someone versus knowing them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that doesn't make my life perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Right? But what it did do is put certain morals and principles in front of me. And so even if I fell short of the mark, at least I knew what the mark was. Right? The streets can make you a very selfish, self-centered individual because it's about survival.
Yeah.
Right? And so I had to wrestle with some defects in my character. And guess what, guys? Still wrestling with some today.
Sure.
But I had to wrestle with some defects in my character that helped lead me down the wrong path. And so the first right step was for me to surrender my life. Right? So, yeah. And on top of that, as I said before, I did need to change people, places, and things. That was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable, very hard to do. And for a period, I remember wherein I was lonely. But like I'm very thankful for that.
Right.
Because that, as much as I tried to resist that season in my life, it did help me to become more familiar with who I am. Because I think sometimes, and this has nothing to do whether you're impacted or not, but I think a lot of people are challenged with deciding who they're going to be today. Are they going to be a perception of what other people think they should be, or are they going to be who they are, unapologetically? Like I think that we are more prone to think about other people's opinion of us than we do our own. And so, yeah.
That's right.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to turn this into
No. This is exactly what it's for.
To my pulpit on Sunday morning, but it is.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a part of who I am. So,
Do you preach on Sunday mornings?
I pastor a church.
Oh, that's you
really?
bearing the lead. Ah! I was like, hold up, you got a pulpit to preach in?
Wow. Okay.
Hey.
I do. Yeah.
Are you like an assistant pastor? Are you the pastor of the church?
No,
a church?
No, I'm the senior pastor.
Oh, what church?
It's called Nazareth Baptist Church.
Where?
It's in Orange, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
on
don't
your
know. I was just
block.
now
That's
talking
on
to
your
another pastor
block.
the other day at the front of Orange, working on some things. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I grew up. I was born and raised in Orange.
Okay, cool.
Do you live out there?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. My dad used to be the manager at Food Line, Mark Smith. We got a lot of Smiths out there, but
Okay, yeah.
when I was growing up, but he's in Gordonsville now. Yeah, my whole family's from there.
Got you. Small world.
It's a small world, and it's a
Yeah.
small town.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, very.
Oh, Lord
Like you
have
could throw a
mercy.
rock through it. Really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't.
That
go
was
with-
another culture shock, but hey.
Oh sure. Yeah,
Charlottesville or something, but Orange,
Yeah, that was like, whoa.
they crazy out there.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't get
wow,
away with.
okay.
Yeah.
Amen, Pastor. Pastor Shantel. We didn't know we had a pastor on the mic.
Oh Lord, please don't. Please, I'm just me. Don't. Yeah.
How did well, let's talk about that just real quick. How did you when did that switch occur? And I think we've talked about this with some business owners too, of like there's a big difference between either like, you know, having an idea that turns into something you like to be a full-blown business. In the same way, I have to assume there's a difference between, you know, finding an affinity for religion or a
Being a
belief
follower of
in
Christ
it,
and
or,
then
you know, something
being in the
as a
pit.
grounding principle
Mm-hmm.
versus pastoring a, like that's a big leap,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When, why, and similar to the job, like how did you sort of cross the Rubicon of like, here's something that's important that I found value in versus like, I want to commit real time and real resources to it.
Yeah. Well, like everything else in my life, like I never saw that in me, but some have. Even from when, you know, I was a small guy, right? And again, it wasn't like really something that I set out to do. And I would probably say I came kicking and screaming.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, like how?
Yeah.
Well, you know, again, in my relationship with God, right? I realized at some point that it had to go beyond my own salvation,
Okay.
right? And it's like, okay, now I've done something great for you.
All right.
And I need you to now realize that it wasn't just for you. Like, I'm glad you're thankful and you enjoy it and you're super excited about it. But now I want you to go share that with somebody else. Well, you say, well, okay, that's cool. But how does that lead to pastoring? Well, you don't know. You don't know. You follow. You follow, right? And as you follow, doors open, right? And that's really what it was. Is just following that relationship and seeing the path that it would take. And when I first got a sense that that's kind of where things were leading, I'm like, oh no, not me.
Oh no, hold on.
Y'all sure y'all want me?
Yeah, like hold on, back up.
Nah, I'm not. This ain't what you want. And so, but again, it's like where I was, right? When that light bulb came on, it was like, okay, I know this is scary. I know you don't feel like you look the part, but step out there and see where the roads lead. And here's the thing. Here's one thing that I am so grateful for is that I not only get to pastor, which I love people, but then I get to come into the Fountain Fund and do the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
just on a different level.
Yeah.
And so it's like these two things, the religious work and the secular work, are in stride with each other, right?
Right.
Yeah. Different message, but I even see gospel hope in the message that we give at the Fountain Fund, right? It's just not in the name of religion,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still a message, right? You're still pouring into people. You're still investing into people. You're still helping people to see the better parts of themselves that they don't see. You're still letting people know that just because you slipped, you've fallen, whatever the case may be, that there's still hope. Like it's not one and done. So to me, it complements. Like I go from a high on Sunday, so to speak, to a whole nother high on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that doesn't mean that either world is perfect, because they're not.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. And work at the Fountain Fund and pastoring can be very stressful at times.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we didn't ask you want people to know about the Fountain Fund, about you, about your work, the people you serve, before we let you go?
Well, yeah. So, because I feel like the conversation kind of went a little bit away from the Fountain Fund. Listen, if I had an opportunity to speak to the community about the Fountain Fund, it's this. I want people to know that the people at the Fountain Fund that I work with, not just here in Charlottesville, but all of our Fountain Fund sites, are people just like you. We're not separate from the world that you're living in. Most of us have been impacted, right? But we have, by divine providence, I guess you could say, come into a place where we can reach back and we can offer hope. And no, the Fountain Fund is not the place where we can help everybody, but we can help those that we can help.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so if people are hearing this today, help spread the word about the Fountain Fund.
Yeah.
We exist to empower individuals who have been previously incarcerated, to restore the dignity and the value that has been lost, and to create an economical opportunity that they otherwise would not have, but they are worthy of, because they've already paid their debt to society.
Kick it to you, Price.
That's a good way to end it. How do people get in touch with you or get in touch with the organization? Let's say they're looking for help, we are all in nonprofit land. Did your fiscal year end the other day? Did your fiscal year end the other day?
New fiscal year.
So time to find some more money.
Now we got to make a new resolution. New fiscal year resolution.
So how do people look if they want to get in touch, if they are looking for support or looking to contribute? How do they find you?
Sure. So on the web, www.fountainfund.org. Our local office telephone number here in Charlottesville is 434-234-3600. Either one of those ways we can get you connected. And if somehow you're outside of Charlottesville, or maybe you're in Philadelphia, you're in the Boston area, if you contact our main headquarters number, which I just gave, we can get you plugged in to where you need to be.
Get rid of those northeastern parking violations.
Yeah, like for real, we need to really make some noise about that.
Yeah.
Like That's just crazy.
That's not it. That is not it. Well, look, thanks for hanging out with us.
Man, listen, it was a pleasure. Like I felt like I was just talking to like two friends.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we do over here. That's it, right?
Like, yeah, you guys are dope. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that. Big thanks to Shantel. Look, if you have ideas for us or want to get in touch with us, you can contact the show on social media at all platforms at United Way Cville, at City of Promise, or the inbox is open Envision at unitedwaycville.org. And again, that URL is www.fountainfun.org. And we get support on the show from folks like you. If you like what you hear, share it with your friends, your colleagues. And of course, we are in nonprofit land, so the best way to support us, time, talent, treasure. So our wonderful nonprofit, City of Promise, United Way of Greater Charlottesville, Fountain Fund. That's how we continue to do this work. And of course, this show. Big shout to our sponsor, to our friends. That is Jefferson School Foundation.org. Reimagine, redefined, refueled for the future. And again, for Shantel and Marky, this is Price. You guys stay cool. I will see you next week.
Peace.